Welcome to H&L's Afternoon Newscast. I'm H.
I'm L, and we're reporting for your entertainment. Here's H.
On July 3rd of 2008 in Caracas, Venezuela, Colombian commandos in disguise had freed 15 people held hostage by the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, a Colombian rebel group. Among the hostages was Enrich Bentecourt, a French-Colombian politician who was held in hostage for 6 years and in 3 American military contractors. It was reported that the first thing she thought was how happy it was to be free, but also she thought that this had been a trap. After her handcuffs were removed, she saw her captors, but did not feel happy, yet shameful towards them. Afterwards in Bogota, a joyous reunion was held with her mother. She had looked healthy again compared to when she was captured. While she was held hostage, she became a symbol of suffering, courage, and endurance. The letter she had written to her mother about her days in which the military commanders had approved of to let the parents and the representative know that she and the other hostages were still alive. She had spent 4 of her captive years crying over her father's death, which she did not get to mourn for, but also her 2 children in Paris, which she had been separated from. Now she and her family are more than happy to be united with each other, but to see each other once again. Now here's Elle reporting about the bullfights in Colombia.
Every year about this time, when the weather usually gets above 90 degrees in South America, amateur bullfights called corraleos start up again. The corraleo is a bullfighting ritual in northern Colombia where hundreds of amateur matadors, many of whom are drunk, go against a 900-pound bull. These matadors like to call themselves manteros. In a corraleo, it is not uncommon to have a few deaths, but this year has been relatively calm, and no deaths have been reported so far, but many injuries have. Some injuries include speared limbs, fractured bones, and deep gashes. Unlike many bullfights, corraleos do not typically end in killing the bull. But if the bull becomes exhausted or tripped by the participants, the crowd will then act by throwing rocks, kicking it, spitting on it, slapping it, and pulling its tail. Although many people think these are morbid and humiliating events, the people of northern Colombia see it as a rite of initiation and sexual maturity for young men and an opportunity to find a worthy boyfriend for young women. Many animal rights activists are against the event. Ingrid Falla, director of Animal Protection Association in Bogota, says in the future we should prohibit the corraleos altogether, even though what Colombia produces is all that is illegal. Now here's H after this commercial.
Welcome to Hang and Laura's Happy Coffee Corner. Today's topic, Colombian coffee. Woo! Colombian coffee, the only coffee that you'll ever need. Coffee, coffee! Tasty and refreshing for a daily serving of 1 or 2, depends on you.
It comes in French vanilla, mint, and espresso. Find it at your nearest drugstore.
Yum, that is good. On March 2nd of 2008, a 19-year-old boy named Julian Alvaro had told his mother that he was going to leave home for a job offer, but never did return home the very next day. Instead, he was shot 350 miles down north from his home by an army troop. Apparently, Mr. Alvaro was classified as a dangerous and registered as a combat kill. Colombia's government has been baffled by the killing of Mr. Alvaro, but also dozens of other men and women. The cases of the victims were all faced with the same fate as one another. In conclusion, on the upcoming Wednesday, President Alvaro Europe had fired more than 2 dozen officers and 3 generals that had been connected to Mr. Alvaro's murder. Now here's Elle.
In a recent study, it is said that drug users in the UK are causing an environmental catastrophe in Colombia. The cocaine they buy is causing 200,000 hectares of forest to be destroyed. These cocaine crops are dangerous to the general public. They are protected by drug gangs who plant landmines, kidnap, kill, and use terrorism. They say these acts are similar to a war zone. Many amputees have been a result of these landmines. People have even become drug mules, transporting substances into their bodies to traffic drugs out of Latin America. The UK's Serious Organised Crime Agency Director Bill Hughes says that this is put together by seriously bad criminals. They don't care what they are giving to the people.
Thank you for listening to H&L's Afternoon Newscast. We'll be on same time,
same place
tomorrow.